Hello everyone, welcome to the #1 Divine Intervention virtual event, the D.I.V.E Social Summit for short. If you are new to D.I.V.E live online, then my name is Iona Meade, your big vision and mission purposepreneur and founder of the Soul Speakers Academy and host for this interview series, where I've brought together 49 guest experts from all over the world, who I like to call soul speakers, sharing with you soul-inspired, intuitive business, lifestyle, and marketing strategies for purpose-driven business owners. So throughout the 49 days of the Social Summit, I'll bring each of my guests into the Soul Speaker Spotlight for you, where they'll share not only their free gift for the day, but also their soul-inspired strategy. So hopefully this interview will be coming to you in divine timing, with divine energy and in divine flow. We know that the universe brings us what we need. It's not always much fun to do it alone. So that's why you'll have the opportunity to connect with me, my guests, and other like-minded attendees for the D.I.V.E Social Summit in the Soul Speakers Tribe Facebook group. If you are new to D.I.V.E Live Online, I do have some bonus training for the summit. It's called Speak Your Soul's Message 101. So do grab that. Let me know how you find it. So we have about 20 minutes or so together today, and I'm going to introduce you to my very, very special guest from the other side of the world. Awesome. So please welcome Jenny Wilmshurst. Hi, Jenny.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for coming to D.I.V.E. So let me give you a warm introduction, Jenny. So Jenny is an award-winning social media digital strategy coach and consultant. Jenny is a trailblazer who, after greenfielding New Zealand's public social media workshops and seminar market and co-generating one of the world's leading social media leads, was nominated to be one among a few of the LinkedIn writers today. Jenny's genius is to blend her years of marketing and media experience with digital strategy to provide genuine, practical, strategic solutions to problems you experience in your business. How amazing is that? So guys, if you have any questions whatsoever for Jenny and it's a featured day, then do move over to the Facebook group and ask them. If it's not Jenny's featured day, then still move into inspired action, and we want to know anyway how you find it. So Jenny, before we share your free gift for the day, and thank you for bringing that to the summit, can you share with our audience a little bit about how you've actually come to do what you're doing and how that journey unfolded for you?
Yes, well, it's quite a long journey, I guess. It was quite a zigzag journey, because I've been in advertising and marketing since my earliest days in the workforce. And so I've worked in consulting, I've worked with small companies, large companies, and I've seen how the market's changed a whole lot. At one stage, we had to be quite flexible because my husband had lost his job and we bought a wee business, and I'd already been in digital for quite some time. And this little business needed to have a lot of attention, because the loans only let you buy a business and no marketing. So I had to learn digital on the fly and be incredibly resourceful. The business grew like topsy. I tweaked all sorts of aspects of the business and sat in my customers' shoes so I could figure out exactly how it would be on the other side, and then work my marketing around that. And so I was really quite rapt that it grew. But we hit just before the GFC hit, probably by about a year. The business was in the discretionary market, and we could see that things were changing, but we had no idea why, because it had been so successful before then. So I sought ways to figure this out and ended up going through professional development through the Marketing Association, but found there were some areas that they really didn't hit that much. Discovered that social media was happening, but not a whole lot around the world. The gurus weren't even talking about it. I was thinking, am I on the wrong path? What's happening? So anyway, after qualifying, I decided, well, I'm going to be really open. I'm either going to get a job or I'm going to have to start a business. So I went for these interviews, and all the recruiters were my age, and they said, Jenny, you cannot get a job.
Oh, hopefully, Jenny, you've not.
You're too old.
You just froze a little bit. They said to you that you can't get a job. You're too old.
Yes.
Oh wow. Oh, that's quite rude.
And also, a lot of them would talk about banner ads, all these things that were really historic instead of looking to the future. They weren't very vision focused. I thought, here's an opportunity. What will I do with this?
Wow.
And I felt like it was just so God-given. I just couldn't not do it. Everything was pointing that way.
Yeah.
And I just had to figure things out, figure out how it worked, and make it come together. Started out with Twitter, with a bunch of web developers and graphic designers. So I thought, that's not my market.
Yeah.
Swapped over to LinkedIn and really grew like topsy over there.
Wow.
Went through all sorts of changes and brought on a partner, and things kind of grew from there.
Yeah. Awesome.
So what I actually found that I was most comfortable with was when I was discussing with companies where they were at, I'd talk about what they really wanted, and it was usually social media. They said they wanted, and I'd start exploring what was really happening in the business, what their problems and challenges were and their aspirations. And often we needed to actually go back to the core foundations of marketing, be able to rebuild that, revamp that, move them forward, and build their hope for their business again, and then move them back into the digital and the social media.
Thank you. I love it. I love that journey. And I know that you're saying, you know, it's God-given, and it's like, it's something that you just can't not do. Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, okay, I can go and get a job, or I can start a business. And I think that's a lot of the way that our audience, and if you resonate with that, you know, did you make that choice of how did you get into your business, and is it working out for you the way that you want to? And I heard you say that a lot of people were doing the marketing, but not necessarily, and as things change, not necessarily being able to figure that out, which brings us beautifully into your free gift for the day. And I will put the link for today's free gift around this interview. So do feel free to multitask and go and grab that. So Jenny, you bring to the summit the Revamp Your Marketing Digital Strategy Checklist. So guys, this is gonna help you in the sense of what is digital marketing, and how digital strategy, and is your marketing working for you? So before we go into your actual checklist, can you explain a little bit about digital marketing? Is it just social media, Jenny?
No, there's a huge diversity of video, social networking, social media. That's about, it can even include things like these, the webinars. It's very diverse. So it's not necessarily one size fits all. We could be looking at image marketing. We could be looking at video marketing. We could be looking at online and offline events. There's a whole blend of possibilities, and it entirely depends on your market, what's going to suit them, what your natural strengths and abilities are, and also working with the changes that are actually occurring with the platforms as well. At the very foundation of that is always your marketing and really solid business and web foundations.
Yeah, I love that. So in your checklist, I know that you go through the phases, and the thing that, you know, I know that, you know, there's different phases, and I think you go 1 to 4, and you talk about different things, and there's monetization in there, and digital platforms and automation, which people don't necessarily want to get to. But the first piece really jumped out for me, because before you even go there, if your marketing is working for you, then great, let us know. If it's not, then let us know as well, and what sticking points you have. Because to have all the other phases, they're interwoven. But I love that you put in the first phase actually a business planning overview, right? Can you share a little bit more about that?
Well, we really, when we have a business, we're working with a marketing environment, a business environment of people that's forever changing. And we're trying to figure out where we fit with that. So we need to understand the market and who your ideal clients are, how they think, what makes them really tick, and really tune into that. So there's a blend of you and your messaging with that, and what makes you tick, syncing with them, so that you're really only talking to people who really fit with. When you really fit with them, they're going to be a joy to work with, and you'll know it. There are those people who think, it's just not working, this is so frustrating. But when you're really attracting those people who you ought to be with, you just want to talk together. You just want to be together. So our whole marketing is around working with some of those elements and the messaging. There's also the
I know you talk about the gaps in the market, and I love that you talk about the actual ideal market in there, and the gaps, what you're going to offer, and because a lot of people start their digital marketing, and whether that's on social media or email or video or things like this, and they don't, it's not, maybe not as effective because they don't know who they're speaking to, which sounds quite crazy. Well, they're my ideal clients. Well, you describe your ideal clients, what their problem is, what their challenge is. Do you know that? And if you do know that, then that's great. And that's part of the thing that I share on the summit, is just knowing that. And so you can have that soul to soul connection with the people that you feel called to serve. So I love that you touched that ideal market, ideal client. You also talk about your marketing goals for the year. So many people probably don't even think about the year out, right? It's like, well, I'm doing this social media, I'm getting caught up in it, and you know, I'm spending all this time and I don't see the return of investment. Could that be something to do with actually they don't have the plan or the goals, what it is that they want to achieve with their marketing? Because there's a obviously, because you do the digital strategy, there's a strategy behind it that you need to have, right?
If you don't know how much you want to earn and what kind of price points that you think your market can tolerate, and you don't have the packages for the various parts of your market to be able to buy into, and you don't have the timing goals and a lot of those other elements of the marketing, the goal setting, you won't even know how much budget it's going to take to be able to achieve your goals. So you're going to be very frustrated.
Yeah.
And you won't know what you're meant to be doing at different parts of the year. So we're going to reach the end of the year and suddenly it's Christmas now. And down in New Zealand and Australia, we have summer. Yeah. So we have the wind down for Christmas right through December. Everyone goes on holiday in January, and then you're starting to wind up again in February.
Yeah.
So we get about 3 months of the year outwards.
Yeah.
So you probably get Northern Hemisphere scenarios a little bit like that too. So we have to plan for those times when we know there are chunks of time off, and plan for our events and how they're going to be. But we're not caught short from having to play catch up. And conversely, there are events where it's all go. At the end of the year in the US market, we've got all that run up to Christmas, all the Black Friday specials, and you know, it's just bang, 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 promo after promo. So we need to be ready.
Yeah, I love that you say that, actually, because it is, especially with the digital marketing, one of the reasons behind it, why you want to use, I mean, and the summit is worldwide. Jenny's in New Zealand, right? So we've got people from all over the world, and the digital marketing strategy and revamping your business to really have that solid platform under you to go global. Then being mindful, even like when you're putting out your marketing, what timing, you know, times in the day can really have that impact, right? It's not just oh, I want to reach these people. When you know who your ideal and your target market is, where they're hanging out, what country they even live in, and kind of determines what you are going to do, what holidays you're going to necessarily avoid, or what you're going to include, what you're going to talk about. Is that kind of on the right path, Jenny?
Those are some of the thoughts I was thinking of. The other thing you did talk about before was the market gaps, and we quickly moved on, but I think that is another point to bring up. We all have, with some parts of our market, we might see that there are a lot of lookalikes, and so it's really important that we understand who we are and what our positioning is, and where the gaps other people aren't fitting into, so we can actually look really unique. Perfect. So it's about fitting into that market gap where there's some demand, you figured out, plus the uniqueness that we bring personally, and the uniqueness of our products and services as well. So we're looking for that kind of blend and match. Yeah,
and so your checklist, obviously, it helps people to really sit with this, and it might not be done in like half an hour, guys. You know, even phase one, just And before you go on to phase 3, 2, 3, and 4, just sit with phase 1 and let us know, continue on the conversation, because we want to know where you're at. Jenny wants to answer any questions that you might have, and just having a review of your business, taking stock, moving that forward so you can have the best next year and the next year after that. What I heard you say is about the pricing and the programs that you have on the back end. So, because obviously if you're marketing, the idea is to introduce yourself to your ideal client, provide that value. I like to say there's breakthroughs and there's transformations. Many people don't have the back end done, right? So does that determine your digital marketing strategy, by having your message actually support what it is that you do?
We try to integrate it all together, so that the message and the products and the market, they all fit together.
They're actually aligned. I love it. So Jenny, let's move on to your soul inspired strategy for today. I want to respect everybody's time, so thank you for that. And if you are new to D.I.V.E Live Online, this is kind of my favorite piece, because yes, my guests are bringing those tools, those tips, and those strategies and those checklists. And again, I'll put the link around this interview for you. And again, you have full permission to multitask. Go and get it and sit with the business, the planning, the overview of your business, and those missing pieces that you have, and then continue on the conversation. So you have that practical piece. And the soul inspired strategy for the day is about each of my guests are coming in and sharing something to help you, that soul inspired strategy, to help you move and feel your way in your life, your marketing, and your business, because it's interwoven. You're at the core, so feeling good and having that soul inspired strategy and having clarity is really, really important. So if you are someone that's got started in your business and you want to revamp it or you want to rebrand it, I think it's really powerful that you are here. So Jenny, do share your soul inspired strategy for the day. Okay.
I really believe that we need to have a really good look at the foundations of our businesses and of our marketing. And even if you don't have the checklist right now, I want you to just spend 5 or 10 minutes thinking about what's really missing, that you really need to fit into your marketing, and what you need, how you need to restructure it. It might be just one thing you figure out. Just take the time to figure that out, so you've got a way of moving forward and deciding one way that you might solve that. The checklist will really help with that, because you'll be able to go through it and you'll be able to prioritize also what's missing, or maybe what you haven't done quite so well, and figure out the top 3 things that you might need to do most immediately, so you can get the fastest part of the cash. To be able to, I know our businesses aren't all about cash, it's about the people too, but we also have to live with the right kind of clients and that income, so we can achieve what we really want to achieve. So just get back to your foundations.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. So yeah, get the foundations. Have you got the foundations in your business to actually really be as successful as you want to? We want to know if you do, and what's working, what you're doing that's working really well, and what you could implement, and some things that you might not even be aware of that you could be doing. So I love it. So I'm going to wrap up, Jenny, and I'll ask you if you have anything to add. So again, do grab the link. I will post that for you around this video, and do share if you know someone who hasn't got everything figured out, the firm foundations, and they're spinning their wheels and they don't know what to do each day, and they heard about the digital marketing, or they're spending all their time on social media, or not really knowing what it is that they're doing, but they want to get more clients, but they're just stuck. So revamping your marketing, Jenny, is amazing. So do join us in the Facebook group. Again, if you're here on Jenny's Featured Day, if you're not here on Jenny's Featured Day, then move into Inspired Action and come over and let us know how you find today. So we want to be providing you with insights and shifts and ahas and breakthroughs and those divine downloads for the day. And hopefully we've done that. We're not asking you to pay for the replays of this interviews for the summit, or locking off the freebies, thank goodness, because we don't want you to stay stuck behind closed doors, not having those firm foundations, really. So we do believe in transformation. Myself, Jenny, all of my 49 guests believe in transformation, if you want to provide that transformation in the world by getting your marketing revamped and moving forward with that digital strategy, then we want to support you, and we would be doing you a disservice if we didn't have a way for you to move forward. So again, my bonus training is called Speaker Soul's Message 101. So once you've got those foundations in your business and you want to do what we're doing, being featured on Hangouts, virtual events, summits, getting your message out there. You love what Jenny is sharing. She's been generous enough to contribute to what I call my Uber giveaway as I open up the Soul Speakers Academy membership. So do check that out. Priceless, really, because when you come into the summit, you'll see that there's many guests with different area of expertise, and if you need a lot or a little help in whatever area, I'm sure that there's something there to support you in building those foundations. And when you haven't got those foundations, then other stuff might actually be showing up for you. So we want to make that shortcut, that learning curve, make that path as smooth as possible to help you get your message out there. So Jenny, is there anything that you'd like to add before we wrap up?
Yes, the general kind of feedback. I'm just really looking forward to meeting you. You're on here. I haven't yet met you. I don't know who you are, and just getting that relationship going, because it's the people that really count for me.
Yeah,
and looking for ways to help you. And if it's something that I can't help you with, or I'm not the right service, sometimes it's just about connecting you with someone else. And because there's 49 of us, you'll be with the right people.
Yeah, we'll love it. We're having a ball, all right? And the summit is just been amazing. And being featured on a Hangout or a virtual event summit and doing that with like-minded people is just super powerful for your digital marketing strategy. Amazing. So this is Iona Meade saying I'm going to see you over at www.D.I.V.E Live Online, where I'll bring my next soul speaker into the Soul Speaker Spotlight for you to share more soul-inspired, intuitive business, lifestyle, and marketing strategies for purpose-driven business owners. That's it for today. I shall see you soon. Take care. Bye.